Well, good morning, everyone. I hope your day started well. I'm sitting out here at my back porch in Central Florida. It's very beautiful outside, and it's very warm. It's only 72 degrees, but the humidity is 78%, which means I'll probably be wearing scuba gear to work this morning. That's just how we roll here in Florida. That's what you do. I mean, we're basically living underwater. But anyway, I am enjoying the fact that my grass is so green right now. Well, that's why I'm wearing a green shirt today, because it has something to do with the topic. But my grass is very green, it's freshly mown, I'm absolutely happy about it, because just a couple weeks ago it was all brown. And the rainy season started down here, and Florida is notorious for getting some kind of a shower every day. Oh, for the most part. It's not absolutely consistent, but somewhat reliable, okay? But I ran across an article that gave a few facts about watering the lawn that they thought people need to be aware of to help, be a little more conscientious. And maybe we need to be. I don't know. I'm only going to give you three, and then I'm going to make my remarks on them. Here's what it said, and I apologize for any noise you hear, because it was quiet out here, and then someone's pool pump started, and now something else is going on over there, and I thought, to heck with it, I'm just going to make the video anyway. So I hope you guys don't mind. I hope it doesn't interrupt too much. You should be able to hear me just fine, I think, though. Anyway, here's what it says. Watering a lawn for an hour uses more than 1,000 gallons of water. That adds up to 9 billion gallons a day across the country and makes turf grass our country's single largest irrigated crop. This, while more than half of the lower 48 states were in a drought at the end of last summer. Wow. Well, okay. Another one. In 2018, gas-powered lawnmowers, leaf blowers, which is kind of what I'm starting to hear, I think, out here. Gas-powered lawnmowers, leaf blowers, and other garden equipment guzzled almost 3 billion gallons of gas in the United States, roughly the same amount as 6 million passenger cars driven for a year. That is crazy. All right, here's the last one I'm going to give you. Running a lawnmower for an hour emits the same amount of pollution as driving a car 45 miles. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. When we moved into this house, we were the first house in this development. One of the stipulations was, well, it was just automatic. It wasn't something like that they thought was up for discussion, but they automatically built in an irrigation system, which I didn't really want. And it seems like an arguable point, right? Like you could say, hey, I don't want one, and they would say, okay. But no, it's not the way it works here. Every single house in this development has the same irrigation system. And the first month I thought, well, okay, I'll try it. But I only did it for like a week, about 15 minutes at a time, every other day. My water bill skyrocketed, and I said, never again. Never again. I won't get caught like that. And you know what? There's hardly anybody around here that uses their irrigation system. And it's funny because when they first move in, you see them just blasting it like crazy. It's just going and going. And then the next month, they're done. They're not using it anymore because it's so expensive. And you know who the people are who have money, because they regularly run their irrigation system. But not me. No, I'm not one of those people. I have it turned off. And while it's said that we, roughly use 9 billion gallons a day, or you can use up to 1,000 gallons in an hour, I have a feeling that those little sprinklers that we had when we were kids, that you sit in the middle of the yard attached to a hose and it goes back and forth. I have a feeling those use a lot less, and they're a lot more fun. As I thought they were. I had so much fun. And if they really incurred a huge water bill, I don't think my parents would have done it. That's why I say that. That's why I believe that. Because my parents, they didn't have a lot of money. They wouldn't have paid a high water bill. Not consecutively, they wouldn't have, for no good reason. Anyway, so I am enjoying the green grass. I mean, the green is so vibrant, like my shirt, right? And it's a sign of health. It's a sign that things are going well with the grass, with the yard, right? It presents nicely. And but there is somewhat of a water shortage here, at least in this part of Florida, and something that home builders are kind of concerned about, and rates may go up. I don't know. It doesn't seem right, but that must be the way it is. That's what I've heard from several different sources. And overwatering has been a problem, as they talked about here in the past in Central Florida, because sinkholes have kind of cropped up here and there, mostly due to the overwatering of strawberry fields. There's been some absolute catastrophes that have occurred where houses have either wholly or partially been devoured by these sinkholes, and in some cases people have been in them. In most cases they have not. But one man several years ago was asleep in his bed, went down in a sinkhole, and there's a garbage truck. There's always something. He went down in the sinkhole. They could never rescue him. That's quite alarming. The nightmares you could have if you thought about that way too long. But yeah, I don't use my irrigation system. I'm thankful for the rain. I'm glad we got it. I'm glad my grass is green. But just goes to show you that for things to look nice, for things to be healthy and to present well, they have to be nourished, right? That goes for anything. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. To sustain vibrancy, we need to nourish the things that matter to us the most. My lawn is not one of them, by the way. I'm not someone who is anal retentive about that. I don't really care what people think. I do my best and let nature take care of the rest. But you can't say that about everything. It's just an example. But you take care of what you love. You water things. You water your grass if you want it to be green. If you want anything else or anybody else in your life to be nourished, to be healthy, you have to put in the work. You have to contribute. You have to nourish it. I remember when my little girl, my oldest son, my youngest girl, who just graduated, by the way. It's mind-boggling to think that what I'm about to tell you seemed like it happened just yesterday. But she was just a little girl. And we were taking my oldest son to his jiu-jitsu class at the time. He was a lot smaller too. And anyway, my daughter was riding in the back seat of the car, and she had a book that she brought home from school about Theodore Roosevelt. And it appeared, I was kind of proud of her because it appeared at the time, this girl likes to read. Well, I don't know if that really bore any fruit, but she does. I mean, actually, she does like to read now. Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know why I said that. My wife's going to kill me when she hears this. But anyway, yeah, she does like to read. But she had this Theodore Roosevelt book, and I looked at the back seat. I looked at her, and she had the book seat belted in. And I said, why do you seat belt your book in? She goes, if you love something, you take care of it. I didn't do that right. I shouldn't laugh at this. But she said, if you love something, you take care of it. And I thought that was pretty wise coming from a small child. But it's true. If you love something, you take care of it. So keep that in mind. I can't hardly stop thinking about it. Anyway, you keep that in mind. If you love something, take care of it. You got people in your life that you care about, show them, nourish them, water your grass. I don't mean that grass. I mean, figuratively. If you want things to turn up green and look nice, you want to be proud of it, you have to take care of it. All right. I'm going to keep repeating myself. I keep going, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget the main point here. Take care of things. All right, if you care about them. That's how you show it. That's how they know it. All right, guys, I've enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Share this with others. Check out my other videos too. I at the end of these videos, always leave these suggestions at the top. Just click on those. I think you'll like them. All right. Have a great day, guys. Be wise.